Hello there friends, Sony held their State of Play, their third State of Play broadcast, or as I like to call them, Blue Directs. Last time it really felt like they worked it out a bit more, and it really helps when you have the resurfacing of Final Fantasy VII Remastered in their last State of Play. This one was kind of back to form. There was some good stuff, obviously the big main event, but the main event was announced beforehand, more or less. I'll do my usual format deal where I go through the top 5 most interesting things from State of Play. There were some other things as well, like PS Plus is getting MLB The Show 19 next month. Also, Civ 6 is coming to PS4, and if you had asked me before this, is Civ 6 on PS4, I would have said, yeah, probably. But apparently it's not, and it's coming next month. But we'll go through the top 5 things, including number 5, which is really, is it the top 5 things? But number 5, they showed the screen, because they did the Nintendo Direct headline format where they're going through, and it's like, you saw the Rockstar Games logo, and then all of a sudden, you're like, ooh, what's Rockstar Games doing? Red Dead 2 something? A Bully 2 something? No, coming to PSVR LA Noire. Which, like, okay, you want to do us like that? Don't show the Rockstar Games logo without context, and then just reveal LA Noire VR. And then you're like, alright. Then they went through a bunch of other VR headlines. It feels like VR had like a real moment last year where they had like Astrobot, they had Tetris Effect, it had Beat Saber, all games that I think people were super into. And then it just fell off the cliff again. It didn't sustain. Like, we have an Iron Man VR game coming, remember that? That was in the first State of Play. But it just felt like the momentum, the air went out of the VR balloon again, and the second you saw Rockstar Games PSVR, air went out of the balloon again. Number 4, Medieval is out next month, so they revealed a demo for it. There's a demo out today, 2 shadow drops, the shadow drop of LA Noire on PSVR and the shadow drop of a Medieval demo. I remember, well, I was gonna say, I played Medieval when I was a child. I have memories of playing Medieval, but I have absolutely like no memory of Medieval as a game. If you were to ask me my opinion of Medieval, I'd be like, I don't know, I guess it was pretty fun, but I don't really remember it. And obviously, Halloween is time for spooky month. We have Medieval next month, we have Luigi's Mansion next month. It's a very good time to play spooky games. And I'm excited to play Medieval, probably later today. I will download it the second I finish uploading this. Number 3, from the creators of Katamari Damacy, Wattam. There was a new trailer and a release date. It's out in December. And this looks like my kind of game. It's colourful and weird and big and dumb, and I sort of love it. And there's people with forks on their head. It very much looks the spiritual successor to Katamari Damacy that I assume it's going to be, and hope that it is. But yeah, it looks colourful and weird and strange and everything I want out of that kind of video game, and I hope it is full of whimsy and charm and stupid fun. And it looks like it, even though if you look at the logo, you have no idea what the name of this game was. If you look at the end of the trailer, when they announced the name, like they put the logo of the game up, and it's like, it's just illegible, and then they're like, oh, Wattam is coming December. It's like, ah, so that's what that's supposed to say. Number 2, from Enhance, the creators of Tetris Effect, the creators of Rez as well, Humanity, which kicked off the State of Play. And it looks interesting. It didn't give you much idea for what it was. It was just a lot of people running, so I'm not sure what kind of game it is. I'm not sure what the game actually features, but it looks cool and interesting, and it's interesting to see there's still like new 2020 games, because I thought their slate was just kind of full. You know, everybody knows there's a reality to these State of Plays that like focuses on the PS5 now. We have a set of games, a lot of which are gigantic games, but we have a set of games coming in the next 6 to 9 months, and then once we get past June next year, it's all going to be on PS5. Everyone's focusing on PS5. So while we have The Last of Us, we have Death Stranding, we have Final Fantasy VII, we have The Avengers, we have all those games, gigantic games, and Cyberpunk, of course, coming before next summer. After the summer, like what everyone knows, this reminds me a little of like 2015, 2016 Nintendo Directs, where it's like, we know the Switch is coming, and the 3DS is kind of dying, so those Directs are just like, hey, Breath of the Wild looks cool, doesn't it? And this one is like, hey, The Last of Us looks cool, doesn't it? But Humanity, it looks interesting, it looks... I trust the developers, I think that's first and foremost, that's why I have it at number 2, I trust the developers. There's Tetris Effect, tremendous game. I haven't played Rez, but Tetris Effect, tremendous game. All Tetris. Tetris is like just the best form of video games of all time in the history of games. But yeah, it's just like Humanity. The trailer was just a bunch of different people running into and past obstacles. I'm not sure is that going to be like a multiplayer online game. I'm not sure is it going to be some kind of like you control the horde game, like almost a Lemmings kind of thing. But we shall see. Coming 2020. And then, of course, the main event, the big announcement of State of Play. None other than The Last of Us Part 2. And we got a release date. It's coming February 21. I should really probably play The Last of Us. Another announcement in this State of Play. I nearly said Nintendo Direct. In the State of Play was PS Plus in October. We'll have The Last of Us remastered. So if you haven't played The Last of Us, like me, well, actually I played like the first hour of it and then kind of got bored. I have the remaster on as I look over at it on my shelf right now. I have the remaster of it. I should probably actually play it, but I'm a coward. It's not that I don't like it. I'm too much of a coward for that game. It's too scary for me, and I'm too much of a giant coward. So I don't know, I will play it. I swear I'll play it. It's too big a game not to play, especially with the new one coming out February 21st. It was a good trailer, real good trailer. That game looks so good. It just looks like the true pinnacle of video games. It's special. It just looks special, and hopefully it turns out to be special. Also, side note, they announced a Death Stranding PS4 Pro, and it featured a controller that looks a certain shade of yellow. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's a mechanic in the game, so I'm not sure is that delivered, but it sure does look that shade of yellow. Alas, if I didn't buy the God of War PS4, which I actually regretted buying, because then I would have bought the Spider-Man PS4 Pro, which is very nice. Mad that I buckled and bought the God of War PS4 Pro, but alas, if I didn't already buy one, I'd probably get that. But that is State of Play. They still haven't quite reverse engineered the Nintendo Direct. It's just not quite the same. It doesn't have the same fizz to it. And of course, it's not a great time to be debuting that format just because where they are in their development cycle with the PS5 coming next year. So they're not going to have the big heavy hitters to lead off and main event these things. And they probably shouldn't have announced that The Last of Us is going to be in it. Just, give us a bit of a surprise. But release date, 21st of February. Stacked first, 6 months of next year. It's going to be insane. That is State of Play. What did you think? Anything that I didn't mention tickle your fancy? What did you think of the State of Play all in all? Did you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments. On your left, a review of Untitled Goose Game. Tremendous game. And on your right, a review of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Thanks for watching.